Why am I so passionate about role-playing games? What is it that makes role-playing games so unique for me? Stick around, find out. Hello everyone, welcome back to the RP Games YouTube channel. My name is still Ralph and I'm running late. It is 6 p.m. on the 2nd of August and I'm only now starting to record this video. That doesn't bode well for RPGADAY 2019, now does it? If only the people who set it up had released the topics weeks ago so that we could prepare. Anyway, the topic for today is unique, and what I would like to talk about is what makes role-playing games so unique for me. Now, there is two different things I want to say about that. The first one is the ability to create memories based on something that didn't really happen. What does that mean, right? So when I get together with my friends, the two guys that I was talking about in yesterday's video, the guys who introduced me to role-playing, we start talking about role-playing games after a few minutes. Like the conversation just naturally veers towards talking about gaming, or more particularly role-playing games. And when we do that, it doesn't take long for us to start telling each other stories about game sessions that we had like 5, 10, 15, even 20 years ago. And by doing that, all three of us are immediately transported back to the evening when we played that session. I still remember where I was sitting in my friend's apartment. I still remember his cat stealing my sandwiches. But what I mean is, we create purely with our imagination and some dice and, a piece of paper. We have created stories that stick with us, in case of the three of us, and that stuck with us for 20 years. And we keep going back to those same stories because the sessions that we had in that moment were so the magical thing is that the three of us were there that evening and we created such a memorable gaming session, such a great story, that we keep going back to that time and time again. I don't have that when I play computer games. I don't have that when I play board games. But with role-playing games, that does happen. And that makes role-playing games unique to me. Now, a second thing that makes it unique to me is the social connections that I'm able to build. I practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, that's a very physical sport. And it's fine when I'm in my own club, like I spar with everybody, it's no problem. But I also travel to these international training camps. There is this organization called the BJJ Globetrotters, and what they do is organize BJJ camps all over the world. So I've been to a couple of those, and when it's time for open mat, and for those of you who are not familiar with BJJ, so open mat means that you can either drill a technique that you just learned, or you can try something that you saw on YouTube, or most of the time, people use that time for sparring. So basically, nobody is teaching. The mat space is available and you can do pretty much what you want. But like I said, most of the time, it's used for sparring. Now, I feel very uncomfortable walking up to people I don't know and asking them to roll with me. I'm an introvert. I'm not really like much of a conversation starter, especially with people that I don't know. But there is this small little splinter group that I discovered apparently there is a whole bunch of BJJ practitioners who like D&D. And there is this splinter group now called the BJJ Dungeon Trotters. And we have our own patches. So you know that we mean business, right? So I've been a GM at some of those international camps. And when I sit down to play with, with the people who show up for the game, I also don't know those people. But the strange thing is that when I sit down to play a role-playing game with people I don't know, like that, they're my friends. Even though these people share the same passion for martial arts and for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in particular, that is not enough to lift my social barrier. But after I played a game of D&D with them, the next day when I see them, I can just walk up to them, talk to them, ask them to roll with me, no problem. So in a very strange way, D&D has helped me to connect to people in the BJJ community. I thought that was pretty special, and for sure, to me, that is a unique application of D&D in my case. There is one more bonus item or bonus segment or something that I would like to show. I think I may have a unique item in my collection. Spawn of Azathoth for the Call of... Wait, that's not very unique, is it? Spawn of Azathoth... No, that's not unique either. Aha! This is an envelope. And it contains the script for the Spawn of Azathoth campaign for Call of Cthulhu by Keith Herber. This was owned at some point by Paul, who runs yogg-sothoth.com. And it's actually also signed by Keith Herber. So, I know it's real. This is just a bunch of, loose paper, not much to it. I haven't really compared the text of, the actual published campaign to this script. And, maybe there are copies of this out there somewhere, who knows? But my collector's ego likes to think that this is a unique item. There we go. That's the end of the video. If you've enjoyed that, by all means, hit the like button. If you would like to follow along, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget the bell icon, the whole YouTube lingo, yada yada. Most importantly, I hope to see you in the next video.